In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 college football games happening on November 28, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 college football games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Air Force versus Colorado State. The Air Force Falcons visit the Colorado State Rams at Canvas Stadium on Friday. Last year, Colorado State snapped a long skid in this series with a road win, yet the current season has pushed the Rams into deeper trouble. They are winless in 4 games since the coaching change, and their run defense sits near the bottom of the national rankings at 131st. That weak front aligns with what Air Force does best. The Falcons lean on a steady ground game that stands 33rd in the country, and they pair it with scoring output placed 64th nationwide. Colorado State, sitting 122nd in scoring, keeps shifting at quarterback, which has slowed the offense. Both teams sit low in the conference standings, and each has endured a difficult stretch. Colorado State has dropped 5 straight while scoring 21 points or fewer in each game. Air Force has fallen in 3 of its last 4, and its offense has struggled as well. The Falcons hold the steadier defense, and that steadiness shapes how this matchup unfolds. Colorado State's problems stopping the run give Air Force a clear path to control pace, possession, and field position. As our first pick for this matchup, the Air Force Falcons to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Air Force leans on a ground attack that fits well against a Colorado State unit that has not held up against the run. Sustained drives tilt possession time and help slow the rhythm of the game. These teams also know each other well. Their last 3 meetings landed under the posted number, and that shared history has helped both defenses keep scoring contained. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Diego State versus New Mexico. On Friday, the San Diego State Aztecs travel to face the New Mexico Lobos in a Week 14 matchup at University Stadium. The stakes run high because the winner will earn home field for the Mountain West Conference Championship. New Mexico opened its season at 0-2-0 but has since pushed forward with strong work at the line of scrimmage. Its offensive line sits inside the national top 20 in line yards, and its defensive front also sits inside the national top 20 in stuff rate. The Lobos rely on a steady ground attack, ranked 48th in run rate, and they feature 2 backs who create space with quick cuts and burst. Their path on the ground will not be simple. San Diego State brings a defense that sits 9th in limiting runs of 10 yards or longer, and it closes space inside the red zone with a unit that ranks 3rd in opponent red zone scoring rate. San Diego State's offense stays modest, but it can find room through the air against a New Mexico secondary that ranks 98th in giving up passing plays of 20 yards or more. The Aztecs quarterback, Denegal, favors deep throws. That approach has not hurt ball security, as the team sits 13th in turnovers. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Diego Aztecs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Aztecs may hit a few long passes, yet the game still profiles as one shaped by slow field movement and heavy rushing volume. Both teams run at high rates, ranked 7th and 48th, and both front sevens block lanes well. San Diego State adds strength on money downs, sitting 18th in third down defense. Its offense fires deep shots but struggles to extend drives, ranking 129th in third down conversion rate. Both teams have produced strong defensive results, giving up a combined average of 34.6 points per game, and San Diego State holds the 3rd-ranked defense in the country. Recent totals support a tight scoring environment, with the under hitting in 4 straight Aztecs games and in 3 of the last 4 Lobos games. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Temple versus North Texas. There is plenty to settle in the American Athletic Conference when North Texas hosts Temple on Friday. Three programs sit with a single conference loss: Tulane, Navy, and North Texas, and Navy plays on Thanksgiving Day. The tiebreakers become tangled if all three stay even, but the path remains simple: win. Temple stands in the way while trying to reach win number 6 and keep its bowl hopes alive. North Texas looks steady in this matchup, and the larger question is whether the margin can reach 20 points or more. North Texas ranks third in scoring at 46.3 points per game and gives up 24.1 points per game, a mark that places them 48th. The offense leans on a passing attack that produces 322 yards per game, 8th in the country, and pairs it with a running game that sits 62nd at 181.3 yards per game. They face a Temple defense that is 123rd against the run at 212.9 yards allowed per game and 27th against the pass at 202.8 yards allowed per game. Temple's strong pass defense number reflects how often opponents choose to run against them. North Texas has covered 5 straight spreads and has done the same in 5 of its last 6 home games. Temple has struggled to move the ball in recent weeks while North Texas has surged on offense. North Texas has averaged 49.8 points across its last 5 outings. Temple has produced 13.3 points across its last 3. Injuries have hit Temple's receiving group, and that limits an offense that already fights for traction. Temple has dropped 3 straight against stronger conference opponents, including decisive losses to Tulane and East Carolina. North Texas brings even more firepower and has scored at least 50 points in 4 of its last 5 games. Temple's pass defense number looks solid, but it carries less weight against an offense that stresses defenses in every phase. North Texas has put together a strong season with 1 loss in 10 games played and an 8-2 record against the spread. Temple has taken back-to-back defeats, while trailing in most statistical areas. North Texas owns the most productive offense in the country and carries a plus 22.2 scoring margin. The setting favors the home side. This matchup carries weight for North Texas, and Temple enters without much at stake. North Texas has motivation to seize control early. A decisive win would secure the top spot in the American Athletic Conference regular season and place North Texas in the conference title game. The spread approaches 3 touchdowns, and quarterback Drew Mestemaker leads an offense capable of handling that number. As our first pick for this matchup, the North Texas Mean Green to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. North Texas enters ranked 3rd in scoring at 46.3 points per game while allowing 24.1 points per game. Temple averages 30.9 points per game and gives up 30.4 points per game. The total has gone over in 5 of the last 6 North Texas games and in 4 of the last 6 Temple games. Both quarterbacks have been efficient, combining for 50 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Both teams create chunk plays, with Temple at 5.8 yards per play, 69th in the country, and North Texas at 6.9 yards per play, 3rd in the country. Both programs have hit the over in 7 of their 10 games this season. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Georgia versus Georgia Tech. Another chapter of the in-state rivalry known as clean, old-fashioned hate arrives on Saturday. Even though the meeting between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets takes place at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Friday, Georgia enters the matchup on a sustained surge after its home loss to Alabama. The team has stacked 7 straight wins and averaged 33.3 points in that stretch. Georgia Tech moves in the opposite direction. Its season began to slide after the setback at NC State in Week 10, then nearly slipped again at Boston College in Week 12. The loss to Pitt last week knocked the Jackets out of direct control in the Atlantic Coast Conference race. They now need Virginia Tech and California to beat Virginia and SMU for any hope of reaching the title game in Charlotte. Georgia Tech's main problem has been its defense. Last week showed the issue in full. The unit allowed 412 yards and 35 offensive points to a Pitt offense that produced only 219 yards and 15 points at home against Notre Dame the week before. Since Week 9, Tech sits outside the top 115 in most defensive categories. The challenge grows when the Jackets face a Georgia offense that ranks among the strongest units in the country during the recent 5-week span. Georgia stands top 8 in predicted points added per play and points per quality drive outside garbage time. The team has also excelled on standard downs, a category where Tech has struggled. Georgia also brings a strong run defense. The group ranks top 11 in total rush yards allowed, rushing yards per game, and yards per rush. This matters against a Tech offense that often depends on its ground ground game on standard downs. Georgia limits explosive plays, and that cuts into one of Tech's most reliable traits on offense. Tech also faces the emotional strain of losing its grip on the Atlantic Coast Conference title chase. My numbers call for a 15-point Georgia margin on a neutral field, and the frequent use of Mercedes-Benz Stadium by Georgia adds a light edge. As our first pick for this matchup, the Georgia Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Georgia's defense ranks among the top groups in the nation. The Bulldogs hold opponents to 17.4 points per game and fewer than 300 total yards. Georgia Tech's offense has produced explosive gains, but this marks its toughest defensive test of the season. Rivalry settings often compress scoring. Georgia controls tempo with a balanced attack that averages 430 yards and 33.7 points per game, which shortens the number of drives. Tech can produce points, but Georgia's front seven can blunt Haynes King's rushing edge, and Tech's defense, even with its issues, often forces longer possessions. Both sides may lean on their ground games, which reduces snaps and keeps the clock moving. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.